Hello everyone, my name is Rana Aulia, and in this video I'll explain 6 important concepts in phonetics and phonology. So today we are going to discuss the difference between phonetics and phonology, voice and voiceless sounds, place of articulation, manner of articulation, consonants versus vowel, and word stress. So let's get started. First, let's talk about phonetics and phonology. These two concepts are related to speech sound, but they are different. Phonetic is a study of how sounds are physically produced, transmitted, and heard. It focuses on the actual sounds we make when speaking. Meanwhile, phonology is a study of how sounds function in a language. It explains how sounds are organized and used to create meaning. For example, the sound P and B in the word pet and pet can change the meaning of a word. This is studied in phonology. So, in short, phonetic and phonology. So in short, phonetic studies the production of sound, while phonology studies the system and pattern of sounds in language. And next, we have voiced and voiceless sound. So voice sound happens when the vocal cord vibrates. For example, B, D, and G. And voiceless sounds happen when the vocal cord do not vibrate. Voiceless sounds happens when the vocal cord do not vibrate. For example, P, T, and K. You can test this by touching your throat while pronouncing the sounds. If you feel vibration, the sound is voiced. If there is no vibration, the sound is voiceless. For example, Z is voiced while S is voiceless. So the third is place of articulation. Place of articulation refers to where the sound is produced in mouth. There are several places of articulation. First, bilabial sounds use both lips, such as P, B, and M. And the second is dental sound, uses tongue and teeth, such as th, in think. And then there's an alveolar sounds. It uses the tongue near the alveolar ridge, such as T, D, and S. And then there's a velar sounds are produced near the soft palate, such as K and G. And this different position of the tongue and mouth create different sounds. And then number 4, we have a manner of articulation. So, manner of articulation explains how the air flow is blocked or modified when producing sounds. Some examples are stop. Airflow is completely blocked, like P and T. And then the second is fricative. The airflow passes through a narrow space, like F and S. And then there's a nasal. Air comes out through the nose, like M and N. And then the last is affricates. It sounds that begin as stops and end as fricatives, like ch in chair. This concept helps us understand how speech sounds and formed. And number 5, the next is consonant and vowels. Consonants are sounds produced with some obstruction in the airflow. Examples are P, T, and S, and then vowels are produced without blocking the airflow. The examples are A, I, and U. Vowels are usually louder and form the center of syllables. Meanwhile, consonants support vowels in forming words. So for the example, in word cat, the sound A is a vowel, while C and T is a consonant. And then the last concept is word stress. Word stress refers to emphasizing one syllable more strongly than the others in a word. For example, present as a noun and present as a verb. Different stress can change the meaning or part of a speech word of a word, and word stress is important because it helps listeners understand words clearly and makes pronunciation more natural. So these are 6 concepts. So those are 6 important concepts in phonetic and phonology. Understanding this concept can help us improve our pronunciation and communication skill in English. So thank you for listening, and I hope this explanation is useful. So see you next time.